All right, today we are talking about how a relatively new real estate agent and investor found deals that no one else was finding. This was in the San Diego market. I want to talk a bit about that, how he also creatively financed these deals. This is a time in California when people were saying there aren't any deals. Like, just real estate gurus were saying avoid California. Meanwhile, he is just lining up these real estate transactions, coming out of them at the end of the day with like 6 figures profit. One of the most interesting ones that he found was just sitting wide open, like right on the market. But the agent that listed it did not take good photos. I mean, these were like horrible photos and didn't really do much on the description. And so I think a lot of people looked at this property and just thought, that's not a good deal, for that price. But what James did, and this is on the first episode that we launched of the California Real Estate Investor podcast. I have the full interview with him. But what he did is he went and looked at the property anyways. And I tell people, how do you find good deals? You have to get out and look. People ask me, how do I find good real estate deals? And I tell them, I just look. I'm out there looking at properties all the time. And it's just like someone that finds, like good clothing deals. Have you ever meet people that just like, not only are they dressed really well, but they find incredible deals on their clothes. And it's because they're out shopping. They are out shopping for clothes a lot more than me. So they just find good deals. Well, James was out looking, and he went to look at properties that even from the internet perspective, maybe didn't seem like a good deal, but there might be some possibility. So this house he goes to look at, not only did the photos not do it justice when he got there, but there was another house at the back of the lot. And he called the agent. He said, hey, I'm here at the property and I see the house and there's another house here. So James called the real estate agent and said, hey, this second house back here on the lot, is that included in the property? And the agent said, oh yeah, the second house is also part of the deal. And so there was an entire another structure, like a whole nother house that was included in the deal. Everyone else that looked at that on the internet did not realize that there was another house there. The agent didn't put it in the description. And so James is getting 2 houses on the lot for pretty much just the price of one. You might say, oh wow, that's really rare. I mean, that's extremely rare to be able to get something like that. And the more you look, the less rare it is. You'd be surprised. I actually get excited when I look at an ad for a house or for a property where the pictures are really bad or the description's really bad, because I know that it may be scaring other people away, and there may be a huge opportunity there that no one else is realizing. So there's nothing like going out and actually looking and actually walking properties. That's where you find your opportunity. You find a lot of upside that way. So when a property, let's say, has an entire area, I'll give you one example. So some of the properties that we've looked at have huge crawl spaces. I'm talking like 10-foot high crawl spaces because they're on a slight slope. And those crawl spaces you can expand into and create additional square footage quite easily because it's already in the footprint of the house, it's already framed in, and those are the sort of things that no one's going to advertise that on the internet. And you're going to have to go and actually look at the property to discover those type of opportunities. The other advantage to going out and looking at properties is that you learn a ton. Like, you can get so much education on what's going on in the market, what the real estate opportunities are. I talk to the agents when I'm looking at properties about how many offers they're getting, what's going on in the market. They will also disclose to you opportunities in the properties that you're not even aware of, that they don't even write on the internet. So there's all kinds of opportunity by going and looking. There's an opportunity to find deal that people are passing up, and there's an opportunity to learn an absolute ton. So if you're not out looking at, I'd say 5 to 10 properties a week, it's going to be much harder to find opportunity. It really is. And you have to train your eye for what to look for. What type of opportunity? Like I just mentioned, the expansion opportunity, or just the opportunity that the agent under marketed the property and didn't do a good job on the marketing. And so everyone else is passing it up. They're looking at it on their iPhone and saying, those are ugly pictures, or that's just one house for this price. But there's a whole hidden opportunity when you get there and when you look at the property. Bottom line is, one of the most valuable lessons is to find deals, get out and get looking at properties.